Hi, Cozy.
Hi, Comfy. Oh, look at the little balloons. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're really aggressively bouncing.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Welcome back to Beacon Pines, baby. We just made amends with Rolo, and I think we're. What was our specific task?
We're gonna go to the treehouse.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello there, fishing dog.
Fishing dog.
Mr. here! After Mr. Kerr gives a big speech, they're gonna have the first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as the boat qualifies as a catch, I'm a show-in. But good luck. Okay, bye.
No, bye.
This is my dad's lake. I actually... No. Well, yeah, we'll just keep going. I want to check out the memory dad.
Yeah, since we have all these new words.
Maybe not right at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Rolo handed Luca an unopened letter.
Why didn't you open it?
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now.
A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand.
Uh-oh.
If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you.
Gran.
None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much.
Is Gran gonna go the way of the dodo?
We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it.
Oh no,
God
Gran.
knows I've tried everything I've done. I did for you.
All that
I
jam.
hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
Whoa, grand suicide note? What the heck?
Well, I don't know if it's that. I think she's insinuating that something bad's gonna happen and she might get taken away or killed or something. But she's being very vague about it. I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What a very yeah, dude.
A big lounge. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about?
Maybe later.
Sure, whatever you want.
I love lounging. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologize.
I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me.
Rolo.
Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice?
We can still go.
Nah, this is fine.
Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue.
Uh-oh.
A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Oh my god.
What?
Huh? What was that?
Nah, man, we missed the fireworks?
It was not fireworks.
Come on.
It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
Hello?
An earthquake?
Ah!
Oh!
What?
Bruh!
We just got an achievement called the Big Chill.
A shockwave
Excuse
of
me?
cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice.
What?
Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason.
We got spellcasters up in here?
And
Yeah.
so, our story ends on this melancholy scene.
Man, that's tragic.
In a
That's
silent
crazy.
treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time.
Ah!
The end.
What a way to start this episode.
Yeah, what the heck?
That can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either.
Nah, we got game to play
Nah,
still.
we got a
There
million
are
billion
more
keywords.
endings, more possibilities. I can feel it.
We got really far down that path, though, I gotta
We are
tell
just
you.
going to have
Yeah.
to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Uggy.
Sure.
Okay. So, some of these, so as a refresher, if they have a check mark, then,
that means we've
done that path.
explored that possibility.
So, we haven't...
Yeah, we did rumble, but not break with Beck.
Yeah, do we want to stay... I guess the question is, do we want to... Because this will be the rain, but do we want to stay on that
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do that. So this will take us back to before the rain happened, before we had a fight in the first place.
Yeah. Like this will honestly, the break will mean that we can just go meet up with Rolo with Beck.
I think
Luca
so,
began to
yeah.
respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Beautiful. Nothing bad will happen today.
Yeah, we won't have a big fight.
We won't have a big machete fight.
Nate, sure you can be Rolo.
You're not going home?
No, I promised Rolo I'd tell him about...
Lucas stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise you tell him what? Spit it out, bud.
All right, Wolverine.
We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've gotta tell me.
All right.
Spill the tea.
Okay, here's all my tea.
Woo!
You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, gamer. Well, you don't know where it
Lucas
is.
saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place?
It's mostly boring and empty.
I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners.
It's gotta be cursed.
It's definitely Batman. It even smells shady.
And in this world, he's a real bat.
Yeah.
Grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
All right.
Let me in!
Let me in.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house.
I want to eat a decadent house.
You will reveal your secrets to me. Whoa!
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
First of all, I told you so. Second, hide.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's the...
Oh, the hazmat.
That's Eris Valentine.
Who's that she's talking to?
Shh. Is this me? I expect you to return that suit in working order.
Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. There's nothing to worry about.
The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it.
I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking
Beck's
about.
voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff.
Shh, someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday.
I've lost a little bit of track of the plot, so I'm glad they're...
Yeah, that happened as part of this tree. Seriously?
Shh.
You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest.
You all know a part of this, do we? I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face.
Yes, the truth will come to light.
I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady. But that's just flat out supervillain talk.
He takes the thing off, it's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, said regular human, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask,
Ooh.
hair pushing out
Is
from
it
all
Mom?
corners.
Oh!
Oh no! Gran! Family.
A chill ran down Lucas' spine.
Oh my god.
His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
Oh, look at his little eyes. I didn't notice Lucas' eyes popping out.
Yeah.
An answer I can certainly respect. Why'd the hair have to come out?
Her
Yeah.
hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival.
I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
It's weird that is her name, Eris.
Yeah. Bruh.
Holy guacamole. Batman. It was Batman. That's Batman.
Yeah.
Batgran.
Chapter 5.
Back Gran.
God, we were sitting on that kind of a bombshell.
What big ears you have.
All right.
Lucas sat shivering in the bushes. staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
I love her little run.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Well, sort of the opposite, in fact.
She's almost a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit?
That was my gran.
That was your gran.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there.
Lead the way.
Okay. Let's go! Woo! You gotta
Hey,
jump
woo!
though. That's part of it. Woo! Woo!
The treehouse ritual is that you gotta jump. No, that's toward the spooky.
Fiddlesticks. And I'll never... My sense of direction in real life is also quite terrible. Uh-oh.
Oh! For the last time, there's nothing to worry about.
Of course, we're not
The
worried.
clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's.
Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Got him. Boo, 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 boo.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it.
Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash.
Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
If it is on offer, yes.
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
Oh my God.
Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
That's crazy.
Hello, Mr. Nuncreed. Hi.
Luca, let me give you some advice.
Get bigger glasses when you need glasses. Mine are so little I can't see fucking shit.
It's like they don't even do anything. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser.
Do it. The physical violence. Got it. Oh, Grant tells me just to keep away from the clipboards.
That's good, that's good. Your gran is a smart lady, Luca.
Smart and beautiful, if you don't mind me saying.
Speaking of which, you'd better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own.
Here, take this camera. Just put it in the kitchen or like, I don't know.
Woo. Okay, bye.
He's being less terrible, but
But still
I'm
terrible.
still not a fan. Okay, yeah.
There's no time for idle chit chat.
So this is still the day before the
Yeah,
festival.
they're
The
setting
festival
up.
has not happened just yet.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here.
So what's your buddy Rolo's like? What's your buddy Rolo like?
He's like a roll of candy. Rollo, he's Rollo. He's got caramel inside of him. And chocolate on the outside.
Not particularly helpful.
But delicious. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny even when he's trying not to be. Things have been tough for his family since the
Foul harvest.
It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thing is.
You gotta lower your voice when you say it. It's kind of a long story.
Hit me with the highlights.
Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal.
Ooh, big deal fertilizer.
Big deal shit. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good.
I'm sensing a big butt.
Don't talk about my big butt. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed.
Changed how?
Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines.
The foul harvest.
The foulest harvest that ever was harvested. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs.
Sheesh.
The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens.
And no one knows why?
Nope.
I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick.
Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than the others.
That sucks.
Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town.
The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative?
Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put it up in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going.
That's pretty serious, but also a pretty big clue. Let's do this now. Let's see what other things we've gathered.
Yeah.
Dear old dad. Look at how little you are.
The little baboo.
Pungent. Yeah, pungent bait. So we're picking
Luca
bait
wrapped
types.
a twig of thyme around the hook.
But we gotta remember
Some
them
fish
all.
have refined taste.
Come here, fishy, fishy. Come here, fishy, fishy. Let me
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, shoot. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
I thought there was
Luca wrapped some fish.
a second Bob. But no, it's quite easy. But I can't like just, I can't just hold down. I gotta like let it loose a little bit. Let it
Yeah,
rip.
give him some slack and then reel it in. Give him
Oh,
some slack
monocle.
and then reel it in.
Reel it in. Get some slack. And then reel it. Who had a monocle? Somebody had a monocle before.
Let's watch.
Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town.
Should we give it back to him?
He might not even want it back. The man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Dad. Bye, Ghost Dad.
Bye, Papa.
Alright. Hell yeah, don't be mad, Rolo. I can't deal with it again.
It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me.
Oh, he's completely fine.
Yeah. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rolo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about?
Yeah?
While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days.
Oh my god. No. How do we get in? No, not the car window. That is just a car door now that I'm looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? Hello? Among Us?
Whoa.
Are we about to get ejected into space? That was literally the Among Us.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He goes all out, doesn't he?
Always.
Oh, lavish.
Oh, that's grand stuff.
Yeah. That's fun.
Huh. Uggy. Oh, I got garbage.
Garbage to throw. Oh.
Whip. That'll do. Whip. If they can't throw anything, we're in the clear. But if they can throw some stuff, all right.
Oh.
Yo, he really. I don't know how I would go about doing this.
Yeah. Hey.
That's so silly.
Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place?
There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades his junk for snacks.
Junk food for junk. Nice.
Hell yeah.
So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit?
I'll vouch for her.
Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there.
What were they doing?
I don't know, but the place was lit up and active.
Is this about the?
This is
the
about
poison
when
place?
we went by ourselves to the factory and we almost got grabbed.
Oh yeah, but we struggled. Okay.
Maybe they were squatters?
I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running.
A man pulled you in?
Yeah, but I got away.
You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right?
Yeah.
Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away?
I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran.
Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma.
Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rolo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine?
Pretty much.
I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rolo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated this town.
Dun dun dun!
And their leader is your Gran, and she tried to murder you.
First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it could have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged.
But she's definitely hiding something.
Maybe.
Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide?
I don't know, but we haven't talked much since she moved in.
Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here?
No, she came a few months back to take care of me after.
After his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before?
Not really, no. It's been years since I'd seen her.
Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Oh my
Luca
god.
gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up.
Got him.
We need to investigate your house.
With a shovel. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now?
That's kind of the whole point of hiding something.
I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. And we can start getting to the bottom of this.
I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Chapter Secret Lair.
Whoa.
Secret lair.
Summer
Secret
forged
lair.
ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly
Colder?
under
Uh-oh.
the
Yeah,
pale
the cold.
starlight,
Uh-oh.
cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
Oh my god. Yeah, sleep under the covers, Luca.
I know, I feel like that's the first time we've seen that. Oh, the little jammies are so cute.
What time is it?
Time to get the fuck up.
Yeah, it's changing time, dude. Mm-hmm. All right, hold on.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
Oh,
Oh.
hello. I'm walking so politely.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Ooh! Rolo, what on earth is that?
Oh my god.
The ridiculous thing on your head.
Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want.
Damn, got him. What the fuck?
We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear?
Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day.
Very well. The game is afoot.
There we go.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rolo strutted across the room.
Sherlock Holmes exists in this universe.
Yeah. If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
I don't
Rolo
know.
flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Don't make a mess, bud.
Coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for.
Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch.
Oh, for sure.
First hunches are for suckers.
All right, Quasimodo. Get that hunch out of here.
Bruh. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence.
She keeps that fire going every day, Rolo.
Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash! Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go?
Yeah, the closet upstairs.
So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first?
No dice, it's locked.
Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now.
And I have no idea where the key is.
If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else?
She has her berry bushes.
Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and heck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary?
Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Get it! Get the cabinets!
There's a key in the cabinet.
All right, Rolo, this is your time to shine.
Yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rolo's back.
Oh my god.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work.
You just get a chair.
Yeah.
Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on.
This is beneath my standing.
No, I'm standing. You're beneath me
Yeah,
standing.
you're still standing.
Stop complaining and hold still.
Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
This is so impeccable. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. I don't really know what we're expecting. Like, oh, hey. Let me just yank on this random teacup and...
Stop.
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
Uh-oh. There is a
The
big...
hutch began to rustle.
Oh my god,
and
oh my
slide
god!
under its own.
Seems like your Gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is?
We're about to find out.
Oh my god.
Oh, Shaddad. Whoa, look at all those caution barrels. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good.
We need to look around before jumping to conclusions.
Oh my god.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter.
Walter.
For a long
Ain't that your
moment,
dad?
he just stared at it.
Oh my god.
What do you got there?
It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files.
Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
I thought he was a fisherman.
Yeah. Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Alright, Rolo.
The folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger.
I want a cheeseburger.
Right? It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live.
Well, but what? What kind of cheeseburgers are you eating?
Wow. I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers.
I want to be a cheeseburger scholar.
By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Ms. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
Who's Joseph?
See, creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph?
Ah, yeah.
That's Mr. Nuncreed's name.
The shop owner?
The creepy grandpa, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Willoughby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else?
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky.
It looks like it's gonna take a big old bite.
I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exasperated by the loss, enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends.
What? There has to be more!
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see?
What did he mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit!
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Yeah, that's right, Luca.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with
Oh
hastily
my
scrawled notes.
goodness.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She puts little symbols by some of them. Her next victims.
Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark, like, checked into the graveyard. The clipboards are all inside a big circle.
My moms are both on here. Both with question marks.
Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out.
Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim!
We don't know what any of this means.
Whatever it means, it's probably not good.
Oh my goodness.
What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive.
And jam jars?
That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making?
Jamatov cocktails.
That's right.
That's right, darling.
Whoa!
Whoa! All right.
She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right?
Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
And blew up, exploded.
Yeah. Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
The most explosive berry there is. A hint of brown sugar.
Kaboom!
And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Oh. Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
Ew.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli.
A grand jam drum? A grand jam grand?
You say that 5 times
Yeah.
fast.
It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go.
Aw, man, are they doing a heist?
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Some more bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
Oh my god, that is a big bombshell. Well, okay, I think we're not done exploring this, but what do you think? Next time on Comfy Cozy Play, we'll maybe look at the last piece of this puzzle.
Well, because I think there's also one over here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we got some more exploring to do in this room.
But we're out of time, y'all. It's time for next time.
But we'll see you out there. Have a good day. Don't get caught peeking into people's secret lair basement.
And do have a PB and jam sandwich.
Yeah, maybe send your gram a jam gran.
Jam gran
Gram
jam.
jam.
Don't
Gran-
forget to
gran
send
jam.
your gran a grand jam gram.
Neither of us said it right.